Happy Friday, everybody. Did you know that November is World Premature Awareness Month? Well, we're going to have that discussion today because sometimes we can live in a bubble. You get pregnant and you just expect that the pregnancy is going to last this 40 weeks duration. But what happens when it doesn't? What kind of support do you have? Does that baby survive? Do they go on to live a normal life just like a baby who made it through the entire period? That's the conversation we're going to have today. Let's get into it. With me on set today is two moms. One of them is my cousin, so they're going to share their experience, and I know that we're going to learn a lot because even if you don't go through what they have gone through, it's important that then you know how to support people who have gone through that. Welcome to the channel.
Thank you, Daisy. Thank you for having us.
Yes, we're both Daisies.
Yeah.
Please introduce yourself to my audience. Just let them know who you are, maybe what you do. Give us as much information as you are comfortable.
Yeah, thanks for having us again. Hi, everyone. My name is Daisy Musime. I am a wife to one Mr. Musime. I have two children, one 9-year-old and a 3-year-old.
She's 9.
Yes, she's 9. She's grown. And a 3-year-old. Yeah, and yeah, I'm happy to be here. Yeah. I can't wait to share with you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Christabel Akankwasta, who is married to Tomwesje. I'm a mother of 3 who are triplets. But we have another old boy who is not with the triplets. Yeah, so I'm happy to be here to share with you. Thank you.
Okay, let's dive right into it. How did you end up having prematures? And just how did it happen? And what was that experience like? What was it like for you mentally dealing with that? Was it labor? Did that just take us through how you ended up here?
Yeah, so I was pregnant 2022. Excited, like any mother would be. My second baby, who's now 3 years old. Yeah, 2022. And somehow along the way in the pregnancy, my doctor let me know that I had preeclampsia.
Wow.
Yeah. So with preeclampsia, your blood pressure keeps rising and they have to manage it. Yeah, so I went through back and forth with the doctors, monitoring. I think that they first diagnosed it at about week 26. No, week 28.
Week 28.
Yeah.
That's about what, 7 months almost?
Yeah, almost 7 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's when they diagnosed me with preeclampsia. So they had to keep monitoring the situation and managing the situation. I had to take medication for the pressure to keep it stable.
Let me ask, did you have preeclampsia with the first baby?
No, my first pregnancy was normal. Yeah. So yeah, we tried to push it. The doctors kept saying, we can't push, at least let's get to 35 weeks. Yeah, but unfortunately at 33 weeks, we couldn't push it anymore. Yeah. The doctors had actually advised that they induce, or do C-section. But I remember that was at around 33 weeks, yes. They were like, no, let's take this baby out. The scans show the baby is getting smaller. Yeah, so
what is preeclampsia, even before you get into it? Apart from the pressure, how does it affect the baby? Yes, your pressure is high and we manage it. How does it affect the baby?
So it affects the baby. It affects the baby's growth. Yeah. For mine, at some point, the baby started regressing. Yeah, and then also you could lose the baby if it's not managed well. Yeah.
So you had to be admitted? Or you were?
No. I was doing weekly scans I was seeing my doctor thrice a week. Yeah, so that they could keep monitoring. Good enough, I was near the hospital, so they could keep monitoring. So I remember that day they said, no, it's time. It was 33 weeks, and I kept thinking, we can push.
Let's try.
Let's
and every
try.
mother thinks, like,
Yeah,
let's
we
try.
can. We'll get there. I said no, and then that afternoon, labor came by itself.
Are you serious?
Yes. Actually, after that visit, I didn't reach home. Like we passed
just
by
turned
somewhere, and while we were there, I started
started.
feeling labor pains. Yeah, actually, I started feeling pain in my stomach. I was like, remember, it had been like 6 years. I didn't realize it was labor. I kept thinking, this pain feels familiar. I've felt it before. What is this pain? And then I realized it just hit me.
labor.
It's labor. So we had to rush back.
I know you're not a doctor. Sorry, let me interrupt you. I know you're not a doctor, but how come labor started at 33 weeks? Like, does your body just somehow want to expel this foreign thing that is causing pressure to elevate? Like, what is it that?
Well, I think it's the body. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. But maybe it's the body. But also, I had started leaking. Yeah, I started
Amniotic
leaking.
fluid.
Yeah, the amniotic fluid. So I think the body was like, it's
Ready,
time.
yeah.
At 33 weeks. So that is how we ended up having our Megan.
Yeah. Sweet baby.
Yeah.
Christabel, what was your experience?
My experience is a bit interesting because I got married in 2016 in September. The pregnancy didn't appear up to December. On 23rd, we confirmed that it was like 2 weeks. Unfortunately, it didn't survive around May. So throughout that year of 2017, it was a hard time of blood flow, visiting the hospital now and again. And then 2018, we didn't see any pregnancy, but health-wise I had improved. So I remember in 2019, I was always in touch with one of the doctors at Kampala Hospital, actually Dr. Chinene. So we tried to see what the problem. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, he did so much for me. So he told me something that he needed to work on, and I was able to conceive. Unfortunately, it also came out at 6 weeks. Yeah. So when it came out, of course, it was so sad for me psychologically. But I appreciate the family that kept in touch with me and supporting me, and my husband and my mother and my brothers and sisters. Little did I know, now that's where the interesting bit comes in. Little did I know that the same year of 2019, because the other one came out at around February. Little did I know that after a few months, God was giving me 3 children. Wow. That same year. Wow. So it became too much on me when I checked and they said pregnancy. I was like, I couldn't even share it. I first kept quiet because of the previous issues. So later there, I shared it. And then it became too much on me again when they said there are multiples. I said, how will I manage? How does it look like? I mean, how do other people handle? Because we've always seen these things on TV.
Now it's you.
I said, God have mercy. So we kept in touch. By then I was in touch with the Nsambya Hospital. Then when I went for...
Did they tell you anything, like what to expect carrying triplets?
Yeah,
could you carry them to full term?
All that information, yeah, they shared during the antenatal. Yeah, I really credit Nsambya Hospital. so they could share with us, like, you would expect this. Most likely, they may not reach the full term, those things. And of course, walking with too much caution. The way you walk, the way you sleep, you don't bend. So it wasn't all that easy, but thank God, finally, we got our children as early as March 2020.
How many weeks pregnant
At
were
7
you?
months. Yeah, at 7 months, we were able to get the children. Of course, it was a cesarean because just a day came and I felt not well. I went to the immediate clinic and they checked. They said something wasn't well. So when I pushed the message to the doctor in Zambia, now this doctor said there could be a problem. You need to come and we confirm. Good enough, I was already briefed by those people during antenatal treating us and briefing us that always move with your case. So I had the case. I reached with my husband. After reaching, they said they are going to check. So I wasn't all that bad. So my husband dropped me and he went with the car. No, he left the car, he went. When we entered in the room to see the doctor, he did the checkups and what? He said, you know what? You are going to remain here. Much as I had the case, but I wasn't ready, you know?
Mentally.
You know? Oh. He said, can we call your husband? Of course, it was too hard for me. Even I tried to scratch the phone, even it blacked out. I got confused. But they worked on me, prepared me. They later got him. I contacted my mother. They all came in and supported me. And on 4th March, I was able to deliver peacefully, though by cesarean. And we stayed there, of course, for a longer time, close to 3 months, which was a bit hard.
So this was, you had a child before?
Not really.
This was your first
Yes,
baby?
yeah. The other child I talked about is from my husband. So he's older. So we have 4 children, but the other ones are triplets and younger.
Okay.
Yeah, the other one is in senior 3.
I've looked at some videos and pictures of babies who are born earlier than maybe 37, 36, yeah. And you can see that it's a tiny baby, like sometimes even like, how do you carry the baby? Were you scared to carry your baby? And how did you look after the baby?
I must say it was my worst experience, I may say.
How heavy were they?
They were too small that you couldn't believe that they were human beings or they would come out. I remember when I entered at NICU, I just broke into tears because I couldn't believe. I just looked at, are these the babies? Will they even come out? Then myself, of course, being the first experienced mother, it was a rough one. Yeah, so, but we thank God they came out. So it was really hard, of course, to believe, to prepare my mind, my mental status to know that these children are mine and they will come out. There were also many other children, babies who were there. And with the guidance and the counseling from the hospital, we kept in there. Yeah, because while there were also others who were saying, for us, we've been here for a long time. So they tried like to bring me down.
How was it like for you, Daisy?
Carrying the tiny baby. I remember when it was a C-section as well. Yeah. So when I had her, they brought her and showed her to me while I was still in theater. Yeah, but I didn't carry her. They just showed her to me and I saw her. And I was just like, thank you, God. Yeah, she cried. She cried. And when I had her cry, my gosh, I cried. I cried. Because this is a child I'd waited for like 6 years. Yeah. So when she came out and I had her cry, I cried as well. And they showed her to me and then took her. So, of course, this was afternoon. I had to go through recovery, was taken to my room. I didn't see her again until the next day when I could walk, So I went to see her in the NICU, and she was so tiny. She was in that the incubator. She was so tiny.
Do you remember
and
how heavy
so
she was?
bright, light skinned. Yeah, she was born 1.8. But by the end of, because that was a Wednesday, by Wednesday she was 1.8. By the weekend she was about 1.6. Yeah, she had lost a bit, but she picked up again later. Yeah, she had lost a bit, but she was so tiny, and we would just see her in there. We were not taking her out because she was on oxygen. Yeah, she was on oxygen. She was, the most you could do is like put your hand
And talk to her.
and talk to her and tap her, just so that she can know that you're there with her. Yeah, then I remember at some point there's a doctor who said, no, this baby is ready to get off oxygen. She can try to breastfeed. So they took her out and gave her to me to try to breastfeed. And oh my gosh, she was so
Don't know
tiny.
how to handle. The boob can even be bigger than her. The breastfeeding boob is big.
She was so tiny. You'd feel like, my gosh, my boob is going to suffocate her. Yeah. And my husband took a picture. I still have that picture. I like going to it and like looking at it. I'm like, wow, this girl. Yeah. And she was tiny. Then by the time we were doing kangaroo mother care, she was like from here to here.
Oh, sweetheart. Are you serious?
She was so tiny.
So how were you mentally and emotionally?
So at first I was strong. At first I was strong because the doctors had prepared me. Yeah, I think through that pregnancy I saw like 3 doctors: Dr. Businje, Dr. Alex, and Dr. Rosette. Dr. Alex caught the preeclampsia.
And many people miss it, so
Yeah.
that was such a blessing.
Yeah, he's the one who caught it and managed it. But by the time of giving birth, he had traveled. So Dr. Rosette took me on.
No, yeah.
So they had prepared me mentally. So at first I was strong. I would go to the NICU, I see her, come from there. I had support from my family. I had support from my husband. Yeah. But I broke down the day when they told me, I had her on a Wednesday. On a Saturday, they brought a cardiologist to see her. So they first told us, before they brought the cardiologist, they first told us that the baby might be having an issue with the heart. That's why she's not getting off oxygen. Yeah. We don't see her oxygen levels rising. She might be having an issue with the heart. Of course, now this was scary. I said, God, no, it cannot be. It cannot be. And I remember that night I didn't sleep. I was like praying the whole night. I was listening to worship music the whole night. I couldn't sleep. And my husband in the morning told me, because I was staying at my mom's, so for him he would go back home.
Yeah.
He told me that even him,
He
didn't sleep that night. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the one time I remember I really, really broke down. Yeah, but when they brought the cardiologist, she was like, yeah, she has a hole on the heart, but it will close
As she grows.
Yeah.
Did you have any counseling, therapy, someone to just, apart from family, like just a professional to hold your hand through that process?
Yes. Oh, and I thank God. We were at IHK. There were nurses in the NICU all the time. And they would make sure that when you're there looking at your baby, they come talk to you. They tell you how the baby is going to be fine, how the baby is progressing well, how the baby was doing well in the night. They tell you like everything you need to know. They encourage you, and they tell you how, oh, by the way, these babies, once they pick up, they really pick up. They become bigger than even the other babies. Yeah. So I'm very grateful that the nurses there were very caring, were there. They like took us through every step, kangaroo care. Like they wouldn't lose their cool and be like, what's wrong with you?
You've not learned.
You've not learned? No. They were very nice. Yeah.
I think I'll start with Christabel. How did, because usually in NICUs, you mostly see moms.
Yeah.
How do the fathers then bond with their newborn babies?
Okay. There is these days the kangaroo. Yeah, that is skin to skin. So it is so good that it keeps the baby, the warmth with the person who is carrying the baby. Yeah. So that's how the fathers also get in. Yeah. And during that time, I really saw parents, the fathers doing the work, because they would be prepared by the doctors and the nurses. And of course, also as the fathers of the babies, they would also feel for their wives. Yeah, so they would do the necessary work. However, I remember there were like two who were not cooperative, and because of staying there for long. Yeah, so we saw even those ones who were not cooperative. But of course, the hospital would try to follow them up, to encourage them. At least they provide whatever they could manage, and yeah.
Your babies were in NICU for how long?
Close to 3 months. Yeah.
So when they left, why weren't you scared? Because now they have been in this safe place where I can just call a doctor and they'll be here in no time. But now they're sending you home with your babies. How was that?
And actually, before I answer that, of course, even before leaving, it was really hard. The babies were not well yet, because I may say fortunately or unfortunately, after giving birth on 4th in March, then the closing of COVID-19, it came in on the closure. It came in on 20th, that same month of March. So there was a lot around there. Yeah, the movements were limited. The story was so rough. So even during that time, I remember Dr. Vico again saying, before you leave, you must prepare and get somebody who is going to help you during this time of raising these babies, because they are so fragile.
Like a nurse.
They are, yeah. So it was really hard, And even after getting one, then reaching in Kampala, it's like now she really wanted another life, then she took off. So it was really hard, but later we got some people who helped us. I have some aunties who took great work. One is Auntie Jav, another one is Auntie Julie, who really did very great work. Yeah, they did their best, as my mother did, and the entire family. So reaching home, it was really another story, and I can say because of now those people who were around, they continued supporting. And of course now as 3, we definitely had to get 3 people. Yeah, we had some girls and they really did great work.
So you had 3 house helps also?
Yeah, 3.
People were suffering with house helps.
3 of them, no sleeping, the feeding, everything wasn't easy. Yeah, the cleaning, everything around there, it wasn't easy.
How did you manage kangaroo care for 3?
Yeah, for 3. Yeah, now the kangaroo for the 3, this is what happened. Much as I was so affected because the first time mother, the cesarean, with the 3 babies, so it was really hard. But now because of these 2 aunties, they did the work, also helping me on the kangaroo, while the dad was there outside, suffering with the what? With the bill. Because those things around there, everything was money. Yeah, the caffeine, everything, whatever they would mention. Yeah, you make sure and you provide. Yeah. And of course we couldn't predict. Yeah, we couldn't predict, like maybe when are you going? Because you were at the mercy of the what? Of the hospital.
And for you, Daisy, how long was Megan?
Megan was there for, I think it was like 1.5 weeks. Yeah, in the NICU.
So when they gave her to you and said, go home, it's okay. How did you feel?
So, first of all, when they gave her to us, there were all these rules. My gosh, I thought, am I going to manage? There were all these rules: keep her warm, don't bathe her, just wipe her. don't allow visitors, don't all this. Then the medication, the caffeine, you have to keep giving her the caffeine, the
What does the
Grovit.
caffeine help?
The caffeine keeps them active. Yeah. Keeps them active. Keeps them active. Otherwise, they can become dull and keep sleeping the whole time. Yeah, so it keeps them active. I think so that their brain keeps growing. Yeah, so for me, I felt kind of overwhelmed. I thought, how am I going to remember all these things I have to do?
Caring for a newborn who is born like 37 weeks is difficult. Now I was caring for a newborn, precious. Oh, God.
So I felt overwhelmed. But the good thing is, like I said, the nurses there were very patient. Like they would really show you, this is how you should wrap her. I've forgotten what they call it, that the way that you wrap them.
The swaddling.
Yeah, the swaddling. This is how you swaddle them. This is how you wipe her. Like the first bath that she had, it was them. Like they got her, wiped her, and then
They didn't put her in water.
No, they didn't put her in water. We couldn't put her in water until she became the normal, like what would have been her 37 weeks. Yeah. So they took me through all that. Actually, what happened is after I had her, she was in the NICU, they discharged us after, like the normal 3 days.
Yeah.
So I was staying at my mom's. Then when they realized that it was time for her to come out of the NICU, they called us back. And I had to be admitted again so that they could show me and teach me how to look after her. Yeah, so that really helped, by the way. Yes, I felt overwhelmed, but at least I started it out while I was still there and the nurses were there. And yeah.
Wow. And how are the babies now? Because 2022, 2020.
Mine are okay. They are really fine. And
They're how old? 5? Eh?
Yeah. In next year, in March, they are making 6.
Wow. Are they boys, girls, mixed?
Yeah, one is a boy, the oldest. And now we call first triplet, second triplet, the third triplet. Now, the first triplet is a boy, then the others are girls. Yeah. Then the small one is indeed small. Yeah, but when you share with the doctors, they keep telling you so long as he's healthy.
Yeah.
So, but they are fine.
And she's the last born, so.
You know?
Yeah.
How is Megan?
Megan is fine. She's 3 now in school. She's a very happy child, my gosh. I don't think I've ever seen a child who's that happy. My gosh, she's so happy, like outgoing. She's you know, someone who wakes up in the morning, like she opens her eyes, she sees you and smiles first thing.
Nice. So lovely.
So she's so happy, she's fine. And somehow I keep thinking, okay, even my next children, I have to do kangaroo care. If it's going,
So that we can bond.
just so we can bond like that. Yeah. And then she also has a very like she's attached to her dad as well, because he was also involved in the kangaroo care. We used to take turns. Your turn, my turn. We do the kangaroo care. Yeah, so she's fine. She's healthy. She doesn't fall.
She met her milestones.
Yeah, she met her milestones. Maybe the only thing is that at about, she was born August, then January the next year, it's about how many months? Like 6 months. So when she was born, she had hernia on the right side. Yeah, and they told us, no, it will close with time. But they asked us to keep monitoring it so that it does, like, if it comes out and gets stuck, then that means it's time to get it out, to operate on it. So we would keep monitoring. Of course, we went to get different opinions. Some doctors were like, no, we have to operate now, what? Until we saw a doctor. Unfortunately, I don't remember her name. And she said, you know what? No, she's too little to be operated on. Just,
Put her through that.
yeah, don't put, she's like, there are even people who grow up with them, like, they become teenagers, they learn how to push it back when it comes out. Wow. They live with it, yeah. But unfortunately, in January, when she was around 6 months, it came out and got stuck. And she was screaming and crying. It was a Friday evening. Yeah, it was painful. She was screaming and crying. We had to rush her to hospital. And she had to have that surgery for that. Yeah, but otherwise she was okay. The hole on the heart closed. Yeah, they confirmed it beginning of this year that it was completely closed. Yeah.
Isn't God good?
So good.
Mine actually had, one of them had the same
hole on the heart, yeah.
And were also encouraged, just like you were. And it later closed.
I'm very grateful that there's some doctors who are actually honest and they tell
Take
you
a lot of time.
Yeah, they're like, don't let anyone tell you that you need medication or surgery or what. Just wait, it will close.
And they monitor.
So these babies are so precious. Now I'm going back to parenting. Do you discipline them like the other children? So you're just like, oh, my precious baby, I carry you, kangaroo.
Not really. Of course, they are just like other children. I mean, they are like other babies. And from the Bible, there's a scripture which says that you train the child the way he should go, so that when he grows, will not live that way, right? So to raise children or a child, definitely you start from there. Yeah. So if something is not good, you definitely tell the child that it's not good. But of course, in the special way, because now, like when they are triplets, even other children, when you have more than one child, we must always know that these children, each has a unique, something unique in her or in him. So the way you treat them, you must extremely be patient with them, and so give them their needs the way they want them. Yeah, because this one wants this, but the other one wants the other. Yeah, even if they are all boys, that thing is just there. So we must always be patient. So in terms of these ones now who are more than one, they are so special. Even when you bring something, now for instance, like you need boys, they have their own dolls, the bicycle, the what. But now you bring something even the other girls want. Now you have to explain and say, no, this one is for this. Now, if you get another money, then you'll buy for them something, to balance. So every time you bring for them, you have to make sure that it is something neutral. Yeah, you share equally, yeah.
Daisy, do you feel like you have treated Megan the same way Mimi was treated?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I've tried to, at least, yeah. Although sometimes I look at her doing things and I'm like, but now this 3-year-old, do I discipline her? You're telling her she's not quite getting what you're explaining to her. Yeah, but I try to discipline them the same way. Though, of course, now for Mimi, it was a bit hard for her because of what Megan went through, and, people would call and be like, how is Megan? How is Megan? Mimi started asking, how come no one is asking about me? Yeah, but she's still getting used to it and adjusting. And of course, also the age gap. She doesn't know that even she was once treated that way, like a baby and what. But now she's grown. And we have to treat, you have to let her grow up.
Let me know what challenges, apart from the fear of having the baby, the cost and what other challenges came with this journey?
One, being the mother of the 3, of course it was too heavy on my head. Just asking, I usually see a woman suffering with one child. Then what about me now? It is time 3. That was one. Then 2, being a first-time mother, it wasn't easy at all, because everything to me was new. And despite my age, looking old, yet you don't know even how to carry the baby, even you don't know what. I mean, you've been trained into it, but you've not experienced it yet. So you are there. So when they came out, one, I didn't have breast milk. Yeah, it was hard. So we kept trying. They said, let's try a breast pump. And we tried. Still, it couldn't come out well. It started coming very little. And then just keep trying. Then you know how African people can tell you, try this katunkuma, try hot things, soup, bushera, what. So you would try this and that. But remember, during that time, you need to rest. So the nurses would tell you, please rest. But the time of resting wouldn't be there. The time of visiting NICU, it was too much. They say eat and rest. You are from NICU. Just taking maybe small. You have to pump. You are pumping, you have to eat. From eating, you have to rest. Before you rest, they are calling you, they need some breast milk. So that experience was really tough. And that's where I came also to hear words like a donor. To hear a donor?
Breast milk donors.
How do you get a donor? For us, we hear donors from outside the country.
For organs.
But not for milk, for breast milk. So it was really hard. But thank God, I think we tried those who could. But it was a tricky thing because there were also procedures of getting one. Like one where you feel that maybe this person, you've heard that she has extra milk. And then after getting that person or two of them, there was a procedure of checking the milk, checking even the person. Testing, is it hepatitis B, checking what, HIV, what, those things. Now, the unfortunate bit would be like after connecting with a person who has gone through that test, again, you hear after 2 days, you go there like in the evening, maybe to have some, she will tell you, I'm busy also breastfeeding my baby. Or, I've just given out to another person. Then like tomorrow, you hear that has been discharged. So you would experience like 2 or 3 in that angle at a cost. Remember during the COVID time, and then also getting those issues of what? Of the donors. And of course, I must say that much as the nurses, the doctors tried to do their work very, very well. But of course, now to me as a person, I was like, maybe I wasn't getting all that special kind of attention. So special. And remember imagining and expecting a special attention during the COVID time. And you know, usually this cast of the nurses, the doctors, you know, they're always on move for many other emergencies anyway. So it was really tough on me. And then also the issue of feeding. It wasn't really easy because giving through the nose, it was tough on me. So those aunties would try and support, and then some nurses would also, you'd call on one, please give a hand and all that. And of course, even after discharge, it was also not easy to give, to follow up. They say after this time, then you give something. Yeah, it was not also so good, so easy. Yeah, though it was worth it anyway. Yeah, it was worth it. So it is all about following the medical advice.
And just, I feel like for any mother, whether premature or otherwise, just to put it in your mind to take it a day at a time. Because sometimes you're just like, when is this going to end? You're trying to look at 3 months ahead, but just taking it one day at a time. And now here you are 5 years, 3 years, and your babies are healthy. What challenges did you face, Daisy?
So for me, just like her, one big challenge was the breast milk. Generally, even for my first child, I didn't have that much breast milk. So now for the baby, in IHK, it is a must, breast milk. Like they won't do formula, they want for those little babies, you have to find breast milk. So I remember that first time, I told you the first time they got her out and gave her to me, I tried to breastfeed her, and my second boob even started leaking. And I was like, what? This time I'm going to have breast milk, wow. But unfortunately, it wasn't like that. So her first day, they were just giving her water because I would try to pump, nothing. I was just giving her water. On the second day, I'm grateful there was a mother called Claire. She also had her baby there in the NICU. So she donated breast milk. Yeah, she donated for I think like the next 3 days. She was giving us breast milk and then she was discharged. So now we had to look for another source of breast milk. So at a BreastMilk, is it BreastMilk community?
At a BreastMilk.
Yeah. So we reached out to them, and they also supported us with breast milk for like the next, I think, 5 days. Wow. They would keep sending us breast milk. At some point, our cousin Phaedra drove all the way to Nalia. Oh, Phaedra, thank you. She drove all the way to Nalia to pick up breast milk and bring for us. Yeah, and then when that was done, we now had to look for where else do we get breast milk from. So luckily, my mom and sister are teachers, so 2 of their fellow teachers had just given birth. Yeah, so they also supported us with breast milk, and I'm thankful to them. Yeah, they would like pump and send it home for us. Yeah, and that is how we managed to get through up to when the baby was 37 weeks. And now they were like, it's okay, you can do breast milk as well as formula. Yeah.
It's beautiful how different experiences show you a different perspective of, like, now you see how we say it takes a community to raise a child, but like now in your experience, it really does take a community.
Yeah.
Because donating breast milk was always sounded so foreign, but now when it's all your baby needs.
Yeah.
Wow.
I also credit Grace. There is a lady, she was called Grace. I think she was one of the best donors. Very good, very reliable, and she had enough.
I remember the first time they suggested it to me, like, let's get a donor. I was like, how? A donor for my baby? No. Let's do formula. They were like, no, we are not giving this baby formula because her stomach is not yet ready to receive formula. Yeah. So I had to just cave and be like, okay.
So if you're a mom and you've been blessed with a good supply of breast milk, please consider donating because so many babies' lives actually depend on that.
Yeah, sure.
I want to just touch a bit, go a bit deeper. Did this entire experience affect your marriage in any way, negatively, positively?
So for me, I would say it drew us closer. Yeah, it drew us closer. Yeah, we ended up in a situation where, like, when I went back home, it was just us. We had to make sure we do kangaroo. We had to, and you know, with kangaroo, they tell you the more that you do it, the more the baby grows. So for us, we made up our minds that we're going to do kangaroo for like 20 hours a day. We're not even sleeping at night. Yeah, we would take turns to do kangaroo. Yeah, so we supported each other through that. Then also, when it came to the breast milk, you'd find sometimes my husband has to go to be the one to pick it from the donor and all that. So it kind of brought us closer because we really, really had to support each other. We had to work together to make sure that the baby grows. Of course, now given that the experience, now for me, I hadn't properly dealt with the emotions. Yeah, and you know, as a mother, when you've just had a baby, there's postnatal depression and all that. Now, given that I hadn't dealt with the other emotions yet, now I got to a point where I just wanted my husband to be home with me. I didn't want to be home alone with the baby. So whenever he would go to work, I would just feel so bad. I'd start calling him. When are you coming back? I call him. We need this. Please bring it. And finally, he would be like, "What's wrong with this person?" But me, I didn't want to be alone. I just wanted him to be there. Yeah, and yet you couldn't like be like, okay, let me move with the kid and visit so and so, because you have to keep the kid home in a safe environment. Yeah.
Wow. And for you, Christabel?
Of course, it wasn't easy, that one, I must say it again. Yeah. We were there now because of COVID time. So God did it, and everyone was home, especially my mother. May God continue protecting her because really God did it for me and she was fully there. Yeah. So when time reached, even the other aunties left, at least she kept around, and then plus the other 3 girls, who were there, and of course eating was abnormal. Yeah, it was extremely abnormal. Even when I tried to remember. Yeah, of course. And then for breastfeeding, it came in now slowly, because it had refused. Then later it came in. Yeah. Then I also adopted the donors. Yeah, but now it was only the other lady. But now later, when we left, of course, I remember Dr. Vicky Nachibuka asking, because I cried to her that we need to start on formula. She said, you cannot start on formula. She insisted with her team, Dr. Rita, Dr. Naziwa, Dr. I said, please, me, I have no option because I can't do anything. But later, now my body, my psyche, my mind, now tried to adopt the whole thing. Yeah, to accept that these are my babies and I have to breastfeed them. And I was fully briefed on why and how breast milk is very, very important to the babies, especially for the first 6 months. So I tried also to continue, and eventually it started coming, even right when we were still at the hospital. It started coming, but slowly. Then later, Dr. Vicky said, now it is, you have forced me to make this tough decision that you supplement because of the 3 babies, to supplement with formula. And so we started on formula. Yeah, so with that, we continued. The story of breastfeeding and how they stopped, it was also another one, because now you would give one, then she rests. When you come back, they have all rested. Or you find the one whom you had given already is the one still up when the other one had missed, and eventually they just stopped breastfeeding just like that. But at least they breastfed for some good months. Yeah, though not what I really wanted.
And how did it affect your marriage in any way?
Not really. Not really. No, it didn't really. I became a star in our family.
Come on.
These are the things we used to see on TV. And now they see me, now they even fail to get which name they should give me, because I'm not an Alongo, I'm not the usual mother. The others call me Trilongo. Yeah, so it is still, so I have that special place in my family, in both families, where I'm born and where I'm married. Yeah, but I really thank everyone who usually gives any kind of support to such parents, because much of it is in the mind. Yeah, in the mind, keep asking yourself, will I manage? What is this? Then the challenges around the finances, the physical support. Yeah, so it is not always easy. So it just needs everyone to play a role, whoever is around, whoever is far, whatever kind of support.
Yeah. Let me ask both of you, what can doctors and nurses do to really help a mom or parents through that journey when they've just had their babies?
One is to share this message to the public, like self-awareness, to pass on the message to the public, so that when something like that happens, it's not looked at as something strange, or people to, because of course they can't blame, but then they should know where to come in and give support. And the kind of support, people should not only look at money. The support starts with a prayer. The support is that one word of courage. The support, it can be feeding the children. You come in there. The support can be you've met in the taxi, help and carry the child, one child, when the other one is carrying the other. With the multiples. But also for the prematures, the public needs to know that these children, it is a special team, which is so fragile. These children need special attention, because they need that close monitoring. So whenever someone is called upon to come and give a hand, please, people should always come in. And for the cases of doctors and nurses, of course, they are the ones, because they are our base, right?
Yeah.
So whatever you do or whatever you say there, it is coming from the, for instance, with the Zambia Hospital, we have a preterm care support group, and it came up to support one another, to share experiences. And experiences, they are just the same things, just like now. Yeah, so the people, all the people, the nurses and the doctors themselves already, the message which they are passing on is, of course, is calling on the family to come and support. Some places, the families are obvious, they come in and support. But we have also experienced that some families, they run away, or they don't even know the weight of carrying a premature. Yeah, because we've seen that he's prone to getting sick. He can, I mean, that frequency of visiting the hospital, those infections, such children who are premature, they don't usually survive those infections. So they really need special attention in terms of feeding, in terms of care, in terms of support, and all that.
You were mentioning before when we were off air, and you said there was a certain point where two of your babies had graduated to the baby section,
Yes.
and one of them was still in NICU. Then you would go here, go there, and they are calling you. Do you want to tell us?
Yeah, of course, it was not a good experience, as I may say. Remember at the back of your mind that a first time what? Mother. Having a what? A cesarean. Now, they are calling you, they want breast milk. The breast milk was not yet coming out properly. So the little which was coming out, the nurses, you would be there, they are calling you, they want to feed you. At least for some weeks, it was okay, all the babies were at NICU. But the time came, and the others advanced into baby unit, the nursery. Now, when they went, you remember you are the same mother. So they are expecting you, whenever you are called here to be there at that time, then also the other side, they are calling you. And they are, remember you have a problem of what? Of the breast milk. They want you, for one, to get enough breast milk. Of course, you eat, drink enough, and rest. So they would encourage you to do that. But in the process, now for my case, it was so hard for me to get time to rest. Because you would be there, like maybe you finished drinking and eating, and you are just going to rest. As you put your head down, Christabel! Now, you say, but these are the same people who have told me to come and rest. Now in 1 minute, they are
When do
calling
I
you.
rest?
Now, when you try to get for the baby and you take to the baby, you reach. Now it could repeat, it could continue like that, just as a cycle. So you reach, you need to first refreshen up. Remember, even you are not well, right from here. So you would be in that process, and that kind of confusion, it could really stress. Yeah. But of course, for one to overcome, I may say it was one, I accepted the reality that whatever is happening, it is on me.
It's my reality.
It's my reality. It's me, the mother of these babies. So whatever they say, I have to do. That was one. Two, is to look up to the Lord, God in heaven, to know that He's the giver, because even others don't have even any of the babies. So you receive, appreciate, though you're feeling stressed this side, physical and psychologically, but on the other side, you would appreciate and say, God, give me the grace to endure this. Then the other thing, the third one, I would say that we need to follow and adhere to the medical advice, which is very, very key. Because the babies are still at that, yeah, that's why they say even after discharge, you still keep on visiting the what? The hospital. Yeah, special days, like at Zambia on Thursdays, you go there and make sure they check and look at your baby, if he's okay, if he's not. And so then the other thing, of course, it is about the family. The family support is very key. You do not carry this burden on you alone. So I also call upon the family
To support.
Family is very, very important. As they supported me, I also call upon other family members. If you happen to get a premature, please, these are the key things that I can share for now.
Well, my advice to the doctors and nurses is, one, to be patient with the mothers. I was lucky I saw doctors and nurses who are patient, but not everyone has that chance.
Yeah, true.
This mother is going through a lot. She's dealing with a lot. This family is dealing with a lot. They're looking for money. They are going through a lot emotionally. They're having so many thoughts running through their minds. So please be patient and kind to them, even when you're telling them something and the next day that they have forgotten it.
You have to repeat.
Just please be patient with them. That is one. The other one would be that after post-hospital support is very important. She mentioned that they have a the support group. Yeah, it is very important. I was also able to join one for CCare IHK. It was a WhatsApp group. So it was very good to know that I'm not alone in this. Yeah, you're hearing stories from each other, and you're also able to encourage the other mothers. You're now home, your child is growing. There's another mother whose child has just started. Yeah. So we're able to continuously encourage each other so that we don't give up on the fight. Yeah. Then the other thing is, doctors, please don't get tired when people are calling you and texting you and what. Don't get tired, because most times this situation is new to people and they're scared. Yeah. I thank Dr. Victoria Nachibuka, because she was like, I would always text her and she would respond. Yeah. I would ask her, okay, so now is it okay for me to give this? And she's like, it's okay or it's not okay. Yeah. So just don't get tired of the mothers asking or the fathers asking questions. They just really want to know. They want to do the best for their baby. They want to do the best for their baby. Yeah. And of course, they're also scared of doing something that is going to take this child back to the NICU. Yeah. To our fellow mothers and fathers who are raising children who are in the NICU, like she said, listen to medical advice. While we were there, there is a family that had a baby that I think they had that baby at around 28 weeks. She had done like a month in the NICU, and finally this child was ready to go to, because they first take the child to nursery. Yeah. So they moved this child, and they said explicitly no visitors and all that, but this family kept welcoming visitors. And this child got sick again and had to go back to the NICU and had to go back to feeding tubes and all. So please listen to medical advice. I know sometimes we're afraid of society. There's she doesn't want us to see her child. She thinks we're going to make her child sick. Just keep it in your mind that this is for the sake of your baby's life.
But you can even tell them, my baby still needs to be away from children, from other people, because they're susceptible to getting sick. Just be open, like it's fine. Yeah. Please don't come. This is how you can support us, and leave it at that. Exactly. Yeah.
So please listen to medical advice, and please, people, if someone tells you can't see their baby yet, please understand. Yeah? Don't take it personally. It's not about you, it's about them wanting to protect their baby. But my biggest call, I call it a call to action, is we were lucky. We went to Zambia, we went to IHK, but guys, there are hospitals where the neonatal ICUs are not doing well. Yeah. There are hospitals where you walk into the neonatal ICU and the babies are sharing oxygen. Like they give this one, after some time they move to the other one, because there are not enough supplies in those hospitals. There are not enough resources. These babies are so many in one small room. Yeah. And they're there with their mothers and their immune systems are weak. So if we could have more attention paid to these little babies, attention paid to them, the way we give, we have all this support to malaria, we have all this support to HIV and all. these little babies should also be thought about. These preterm babies, these babies in the NICUs, they should be thought about so that they're able to survive, yeah? Because they really need special care. And guys, having a preterm baby, having a tiny baby is not the end of the world. It is not. I've heard of mothers in health facilities who have these babies and they run away and leave the child there in the NICU. Yeah? They run away and leave the child there because they think, how am I going to look after this child? This child will never come out.
But also it's expensive.
Yeah, it's also very expensive. Yeah. So let's try to push hard and raise these children. At most, I think you'll go through it for 3 months, depending on the age that your child was born. And then you'll have a normal child just like any other child. And the other thing I wanted to say, oh, have I forgotten it? Yeah, let's give every child a chance.
Yeah, true.
Let's give every child a chance. I've heard of hospitals where if a baby is born less than 30 weeks, they just put it there and wait for it to die.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That's murder.
The health
Is it
facilities
not?
like that. They're like, if the baby is below, is it 28? They just put it there and leave it to die. But this is a child. This is somebody's child, first of all. This is a human being. God has brought this child onto the earth. There's a purpose for their lives. Let's try to save them as much as we can. Yeah.
Wow. And that brings me to the point, like how we as a community can support and even family. There is a run that is happening on the 23rd of November. It's a Premature Awareness Run, and the kits are 50,000?
Yeah, there's 50,000 and 35,000.
50,000 and 35,000. It comes with a whole kit, the vest and all, but you get to contribute towards the care of these babies and get to support these NICUs that Daisy has mentioned and support the mothers. I guess the mothers will be there, and it's encouraging to see people come and the community has rallied to just help your baby. So if it's the one thing that you can do, do that. I'm going to share the details in the description box. If you're not able to make it for the run, you can just send money and support the cause.
Thank you.
Do you have some parting shots?
Yeah, so for my case, I want to, of course, say thank you to everyone who walked this journey with me. I must appreciate, first of all, my God. God who, first of all, gave me the child, enabled the child make it through the pregnancy, enabled the child make it through NICU, and she's now 3 years old and still growing. I would, of course, also want to thank my dear husband, who was there the whole time, yeah, and supportive. My family that was there the whole time, supporting me, checking in, caring, even the extended family, yeah. I got a lot of people calling me and checking in. I got a lot of people sending money, yeah, and saying, oh, Daisy, this is for you. We know that this time is tough. We know that it's financially tough. They sent money, and I really appreciate it. I want to appreciate my colleagues at the time, my former workplace, who were there. They collected money to support with the bill because insurance was not covering NICU. Insurance was like, no. You're insured as a mother, but your baby is not insured. Can you imagine?
Wow.
Yeah, so my colleagues collected money, and that money was able to support us with the NICU bill. And I'm really grateful for that. And generally everyone who walked this journey with us, the doctors, the midwives, the nurses, all of them. And also maybe the one story I didn't share, before they officially diagnosed me with preeclampsia, there's a day I left work, it was a Friday evening, I wasn't feeling well. So I checked my pressure and I texted a midwife. I was like, this is my pressure. She was like, it seems a little high, but you rest tonight. So I rested. So the next day in the morning, I went to hospital, the emergency section. I was like, I just want to check my pressure. So they checked my pressure, and this nurse says, oh, your pressure is high, but I think it's because you've been driving.
No.
So I walk out of there.
What has driving got to do?
thanks. So I walk out of there. So that afternoon, I was seated somewhere with my husband, and my sister calls me. She's like, I want to see you. I'm like, why? Like,
Had you told her
"No, I
about the
want to see you."
pressure?
No, I didn't told her. It's just that we had a plan to meet earlier in the day, and I told her I'm not going to be able to meet you. I'm not feeling well. So she calls like, I want to see you. I'm like, okay, we are here. Find us here. She comes. She looks at me. She's like, Daisy, we're going to hospital. I'm like, why? She's like, you don't look well at all. We're going to hospital. So we go to hospital, IHK. We get there, they send me to the labor ward. Is it the labor ward? The maternal ward. And they start checking my vitals. And the pressure was extremely high. Extremely high. And the doctor was actually like, you are going to have a stroke if you hadn't come in. Yes. The pressure was extremely high. Then they check for the baby's heartbeat. They're not hearing it. They were not hearing the baby's heartbeat. So my sister had gone out to like sign me into the hospital and all. So she comes back. She's like, what's going on? I tell her the pressure is very high. They're not hearing the baby's heartbeat. And she touched my tummy. I think she was praying. She touched my tummy and left it. The doctors came in. They gave me, there's some medication, I forgot
For
what
the
it's
lungs.
called. Yeah, they gave me Dexa for the baby's lungs because they were thinking of taking the baby out at that point. Then they also gave me, there's some medication I've forgotten, to bring down my pressure. It was very painful. You could feel it moving all through the body. Yeah. They gave it to me to bring down my pressure. And I stayed there for some time. And the next time they came, they checked and they could hear the baby's heartbeat.
Wow.
Yeah. So I am very, very thankful to Desire. Because I don't know what would have happened if she hadn't insisted on seeing me that day. I'm very thankful for her. I'm thankful for the prayer that she said for the baby. Yeah, and for all of her support. Yeah, really my family has been all through like, because previously before this pregnancy and all, I had lost a number. So they stopped letting me go for antenatal visits by myself. Yeah, they've always supported me. Either I'm with my sister or I'm with my mom or my husband. Yeah. So I'm really grateful for all the support. Yeah.
Wow. You're about to make us hold it in. Yes.
Let me make a small message to mothers and fathers and all the guardians out there. And of course to the nurses and doctors, midwives, everyone out there. As I got my babies prematurely, of course, we already see that it is not a simple thing. So it needs a collective effort where everyone has got a role to play. The medical team can do its work, but also the family, you also do your work. And usually what happens in between there, the other third parties, either they come with good advice or they may also take you off to something wrong. Yeah, for example, when the baby is just born, maybe it's some other baby, they will say, don't give anything. And then you will hear someone whispering, you give this one, give some mushroom, give small water. So please, people out there, let's try to follow the medical advice because these are professional people and who are here to help us. That's why whoever gets sick or has an issue, you rush there. And while there, do not pay the money for consultation and all the bills, and then you do contrary to their advice. Yeah, that is one. Two, I must say that I'm so grateful that God wiped away all my tears because I told you I lost my first pregnancy in 2017 around May, and I lost the second pregnancy early 2019, around February. Little did I know that God was giving me again, replacing my lost baby and giving me the second one and also giving me a bonus. So when you see me happy, I'm happy because of what the Lord has done for me, and I pray and request that He also does it also to whoever is out there. And those with the babies, those who are pregnant and you have been told that maybe right now you are in the process, still take heart that you will come out of it. Those with babies who are still at NICU or at another advanced level, please just be patient and follow the medical advice. Please do not mix up, because when you mix up or you rush for quick measures which are yours, sometimes you may crash. So you need to follow that. And maybe lastly, I must thank my family. I must thank my husband, who was always there to cater for all the bill. I must appreciate the family from my side and from my husband's side. And whoever came in, I have a team from Murago, which was headed by Dr. Anita. By then, I think she was the in charge for the specialized hospital. Who was a member of Tulia. Tulia was another team. And God bless you, Madam. She came with some other people, and they visited me when I'd given birth, when I was discharged from the hospital. And they gave me that word of courage, and which was so good. And on that team, they used to share a lot, and we could not pay any money like to meet those doctors who were on that team. So these WhatsApp groups, others are so good, much as there are others maybe which may not be of help. But in terms of health, and especially for preterms and others maybe which are health, please, I encourage members to always make use of them because they're always good. I came to know Dr. Anita through that WhatsApp group and other doctors who were so good. And I must appreciate, of course, the team of Nsambia Hospital, where I did all the antenatals, and they took me through thoroughly up to the last day. So you really did great work, the doctors, the nurses, everyone, because everyone was resourceful. Even these people at the security, they would at least, you would request and then they allow the other one to come in. You know those things. Maybe it is the one who has brought supper, and maybe there are many people there, and then maybe you have told them to reduce or to get out. Then others are like, for us, we want to see the baby. Unfortunately, they could not see the babies because they were very far. So we must appreciate all those people, all my brothers and sisters, my mother in a very special way, and everyone, and my girls who took care, my 3 girls. There was one called Maureen, there was one called Shifra, and another one was called Patience. Wherever they are, I pray that God may reward all of them.
This has been quite an enlightening episode for me, and I think okay. No, it's okay.
Sorry, before we close, I just want to also appreciate at our BreastMilk community. Thank you so much for the great work you're doing. You must have saved so many babies' lives. So and people, if you don't have BreastMilk and you have a preterm, please reach out. There are communities, there's at a BreastMilk. Try to find a donor. Don't give your preterm formula. It's not good for them.
Okay, and for me, mine would be to places of employment and these corporate spaces. When someone is going through this kind of experience, what kind of support can you offer, not just to the mother, but also to the father? Because yes, I think fathers have how many days of paternity leave? It's like 3 days. But this father in such a situation needs probably more support. So as employers, how can you support a family that is going through this? And for us who are watching and you can't relate, ask yourself, how can I support people who are going through this? Maybe go for the run, maybe send money, maybe if you know of someone who is going through it, maybe send food, do something, say a prayer, but let us support. Just because it hasn't happened to us, it's not in our house, doesn't mean that we cannot support. Thank you guys for watching. Let us know, what has this invoked, this conversation, what has it invoked? Maybe memories, maybe you are a preterm mom and there are lessons that you learned, or some tips and hacks and ideas that you can share with us. Please share with us in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Remember, I am rooting for you. Thanks, guys.